G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, fresh from saving the world. Yes, that's right. You know, most people, I think, if they save the world, they'd say, job done. You know, they'd rest on their laurels, but not Cortezerino. No, hey. Okay, I've calmed down. I nearly went Christian Bale on that sheep, but we will continue. So I'm not going to rest on my laurels. We've got an episode to do. Now, if this episode comes out a little bit later than usual, it's not because I've been slacking off. I've been busier than ever. The last few days has been crazy. We had a server UHC, and you've probably already seen some of the episodes come out by now. But I think with my episodes, I might try and condense the entire UHC down into one episode, maybe two, but I'll try and get it all into one episode, just the best bits. So that should be a little bit more enjoyable to watch. And also yesterday, the Dragon Skies server kicked off. We had our big get-together group start, and we've gone off to explore the map. And I've left an end rod up there. I'll just grab that. So it's been lots of fun so far. I've been playing for one day. I've been doing my thing where I try and have something ridiculous completed in the first day. And yeah, we've come a long way. So I've just finished recording an episode of that and I've jumped onto here. So I've been very busy. Also, that intro that lasted about 2 minutes, that took me about 6 hours to edit, but it was so much fun. I'm really enjoying doing that kind of stuff. It's just the sound mixing is what I really, really like. So in the Diamond Society episode before this one, I had some cool rocket noises while we were looking up at these things. And they were sounds that I designed using 3 different sound effects and combining them. And the alien speech at the start of this episode, that was 6 different sound effects. But I'm really getting into it. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, what are we doing for this episode? Well, the one thing that the aliens did not think of when they built the world engine, they weren't thinking of us poor humans. We need a nether portal up there. This one on the ground isn't going to cut it. So I was thinking about where I should put it. So I came up here and I was looking around and I thought, well, I don't want to put the nether portal in front of my cool engines. That'll just obscure the view. So I thought about maybe building a path in here and putting the portal in there, but this world engine is epic. I don't want to just throw a little nether portal in somewhere. So we're going to design a whole new area of the world engine because this thing needs a bottom. It's looking a bit plain down here. So what I think I'm going to do is I might do it pretty rounded so it looks like a classic sort of alien ship, like the tripods, those little round thingies with the legs on them. So I'll do a big rounded bottom, and we will put the nether portal in a room there, and I've got to design it so the rockets can still fire away But yeah, I've been on creative and I've done a little bit. So I'll just throw down what I've designed so far. I'll build that. That'll take a while. And I always change things once I start building in survival anyway. So I'm talking too much. Let's get building. Okay, I'm loving the way this is looking. I think I got the shape just right. We've got the nice curve on the bottom, but the engines can still blast away. And this was a couple of days' work. It took a bit longer than I thought it would. It was mostly these bits on the edges here. It was a bit difficult building on the edge, but you can see I've added in some slime blocks because they go really well with the green colours I've got going on in the world engine. And I'm going to need some slime blocks because sometimes we spawn in right on top of the power core up there, that big green ball, and we're going to need to jump off onto them. But let's get up there and take a better look. So this bit in the center that I haven't built yet, that's where the portal's going to go. It's going to take up all of this space. And I'm going to kind of do a design that if you've watched Star Trek and you've seen the inside of a Borg cube, they've got this weird curvy thing right in the center. And I'm going to do something like that for my portal. And you'll notice I've got some vines here. They can take us up to the next level. I haven't used ladders because I've got no wood in this build. And yeah, putting a ladder there would look a little bit dodgy. But you might be thinking, vines? Really? What are you thinking? Well, my plan from day one in the world engine was that... if you've seen earlier episodes, I've got the primordial ooze settling in the bottom of the power core there. Well, the same thing's going to happen in the world engine. All the primordial ooze that's giving life to this world is going to settle in this very bottom area of the world engine, and life is going to start growing. So there's going to be lots of leaves, lots of vines, lots of greenery. Might even put a few animals in here. I don't know yet. So the vines were the perfect way to get up and down from level to level. So once I have the portal in the world engine here, I think I'm still going to need a portal down on the ground there because there's lots of places to fall off. So hopefully this one will connect to my portal in the nether because I've already built the nether tunnel and it will be a pain if I keep coming out of there. I'd have to destroy that in the end if that's what happens. So anyway, we're going to get this portal in place, but first I have to go back to base because I haven't got any obsidian and we're going to need a ton of it. So I was looking back through my footage and I realised I almost got struck by lightning. We could have had a charged Cortezerino running around the server. That would have been cool. But anyway, I was looking at the footage and right at the point where I'm saying, yes, I think I've got this curve just right. I'm watching the footage and I'm thinking, I don't like that. So I've made a couple of adjustments down near the bottom so it's a lot more rounded. And it's not so rounded up the top here, but I'm going to be building over this sort of area later on, so that's not a big deal. But I've put my portal in place and I think it's looking pretty nice. So I'm flying around in my camera account at the moment just so we can get a bit of a better view of what I've built. So this is pretty open at the moment, but there's a lot more building to do on the world engine. So we're going to close these gaps up a bit later on. Not completely though, you're still going to be able to see in and out. So I like the way this is looking. I've used the slime blocks again because this is where the primordial ooze is supposed to be settling. And the slime blocks kind of look like coagulated ooze of some description. So I think they're looking pretty good. The only thing I don't like about this is the obsidian stands out so much. It looks a little bit odd. But I've got an idea for that. We're going for the vines, and these things are going to grow and grow and grow, and I'm going to let them. I'm not going to be putting string everywhere. Why can't I place you? So I've placed them up like that, and they're just going to grow all the way down here. And I'm going to let them. I'm not going to put any string in the way. I'm just going to let them drape down, and I think it'll look pretty cool. It'll kind of be like a tree in a way, like a swamp tree. But yeah, so we'll see how it looks. I'm not going to waste too many vines here because I haven't got that many, but I'm just going to run around the entire nether portal on all of this obsidian. I'm going to throw it in and we'll let him grow. And the other thing I'm thinking of doing, I'll have to wait and see what it looks like. But these little areas here, I designed them so I can make some ponds. Yeah, I think that looks alright. So I haven't got any lily pads on me at the moment, but I think a few scattered in there would look pretty good. And I may even replace some of these blocks with dirt, maybe get some, or sand to get some sugarcane growing. I don't know. I'm not going to go too hard on all the plant life just yet. I'm going to just do it little by little so I don't overdo it. So there's one last thing I want to do before we call it an episode, guys. I want to rig up the slime block landing pad for if we spawn in on top of the power core here, we've got something to jump off onto and not kill ourselves. So I can't just do a big platform of slime blocks because it'll look a little dodgy. I've got to make it look nice, which would probably mean it'll be a little bit small, so you're going to have to be a good aim. But let me throw something together here. I'm putting the slime block landing pad just one block lower than the rest of the floor. I think it looks a lot nicer that way. And it's kind of cool that you can just see down to the next level. So this is what I've come up with. They're pretty tiny, you got to be a good aim, but I think they look pretty good. And this whole top platform is really starting to come together. I've still got a lot of work to do in the middle there. It's just iron blocks. But yeah, I think it's looking good. And even underneath, these slime blocks don't look too bad. I'll do a bit of something with them, but yeah, the build is coming together, guys. So we're going to leave it here for the episode, guys. A bit of a shorter episode today, but believe me, a lot of work has gone into this, and we're not done. Next time, we're doing even more. So cheers from me, guys. I'm Cortezerino. See you later.